What are you doing?
Oh, this is curling iron.
Oh.
Pumping iron. You gotta stretch out, it's the Winter Games.
You're right.
You should too, yeah.
I should stretch. I don't want an injury, but it's really not that kind of game today. But New Day at the Game starts right now. What?
It's a new day.
Now, from the Virginia Mason Franciscan Health Studios at King 5, this is New Day at the Game.
That voice, though, Chris. Welcome
you.
to New Day at the Games. I'm
Yes.
Kelly Hansen.
And I'm Chris Cashman.
Yes.
I also play a real guy in real life. We want to
You're
wish
real.
everybody happy Lunar New Year, by the way. Happy Mardi Gras. We got a laundry list here because this is a big day. Happy start to the Mariners' 50th season. Today is
Whoa.
their first full squad workout down at spring training. You saw how cold it was outside. Of course, they're down in the desert dancing.
Yes.
We're going to get to all of that in just a little bit here.
But first, it's time, of course, to talk a little Winter Olympics. The games are, of course, happening in northern Italy, and we're trying a little Italian treat every single day.
What a score here. There's nothing like an afternoon gelato break.
I know.
Gelatiamo's Gelato is a Seattle favorite. In fact, it was 30 years ago that Maria Coasin, I should say, she opened up her first artisan gelato shop 30 years ago, started making the delicious stuff just like she learned to make in her beloved Italy. And ready for a few facts about gelato, because I know you've just probably eaten it.
I'm just
And know
eating
very
right
little
now.
about it,
That's all
most
I'm
of us,
doing.
right? Gelato has actually score less fat and less air than traditional ice cream. That's why it kind of has that denser, silkier texture. Typically served 10 to 12 degrees warmer, in fact, than ice cream, which sort of boosts the flavor and makes it creamier, maybe even easier to eat. Flavors vary by region. Northern Italy leans towards the creamier flavors like hazelnut, chocolate, while Sicily flavors nut, citrus-based, such as pistachio and almond. So, did you even know there was all that to know about gelato?
I really didn't, but what I heard from you is that there's no calories in gelato, because you said,
Well, no, sure.
it was healthier.
It's open to
Then
interpretation. I think you
that's
should
how I
file it away
took it.
that way. We don't have to dig too deep when it comes to gelato because it's
I don't
delicious.
think so either.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have like
I
do you
mean,
lean
this
towards
one I
fruit,
just
nut?
tried, tiramisu, was delicious. But I'm always a chocolate girly for sure,
Okay.
and then
Oh
pistachio,
my gosh, that's
also
so good.
fabulous.
I'm a hazelnut guy.
Hazelnut.
Pretty much anything with hazelnut, I'm in.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Moving right along, too, to talk about Team USA's Blade Angels. They hit the ice today, kicking off their quest for figure skating medals. The Blade Angels is the nickname for these three, Amber, Alyssa, and Isabeau. And yes, it's a nod to Charlie's Angels. The ladies received superstar treatment with an introduction from the one and only Taylor Swift. Listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Amber, Alyssa, and Isabeau, three American showgirls on ice who will capture your heart with their stories. When you can skate like you're meant to be out there, history has a funny way of showing up. They're teammates and friends. They call themselves the Blade Angels.
How cool is that? The United States was expected to dominate
I
figure
know.
skating in Milan, but we have yet to even win a medal in an individual event. Today's competition is the women's short program. What do you think
Dramatic
about that?
comeback. We said dramatic comeback. You got to believe, right? I mean, look, in Seattle, the Super Bowl snuck up and got us all when we weren't paying much attention. So it can be the same thing. I mean, at least that's how I like to channel it as, hey, a big dramatic
absolutely.
finish here. Let's go.
I know, and the ladies, and they're just that sisterhood, the belief in themselves. It's pretty amazing to watch. And usually you see like just such stiff competition between each other. So the fact that they're all rooting each other on and
it
they
should
even
be
have
fun.
a cute nickname, it should be.
Right? I mean, a lot of these stories we're talking about are the meltdowns and the things that went wrong and the quad god and these things that just are kind of tragic, tough human moments. But this should be really fun. You know,
It is.
like we said, they're already winners because they're at the Olympics. They are
That's the theme.
1%, and it's pretty special. So
It is,
cool.
for sure.
All right. Well, as she said, no medals for Team USA in pairs figure skating yesterday, but the U.S. did strike gold in women's monobob. I watched this. This was fun. The event also, basically, it's a solo bobsled race. So it's just one of you going, all the way down. One of the athletes handles everything. The push, the drive, the balance, the speed. She just pushed, ran, jumped in. The most decorated woman athlete in the sport, 41-year-old American, Ilana Myers-Taylor. Way to go. The only thing missing in her storied career so far was a gold medal, and now she got it, and better yet, she got it in front of her sons cheering her on. How cool.
You finally got the one color that eluded you. Put that into words.
I can't put it into words. I can't believe it. It took so many people to get here. There's so much work for everybody. Like my husband, my kids, my nanny Macy, my nannies along the way, my parents, everybody. I'm just so grateful right now. It's just so amazing to finally have done it. I finally broke through.
You shared that moment with your two boys, Nico and Noah, who you said you were dedicating this Olympics to. Just describe the emotion to be able to share that with them.
I can't. I mean, to be able to have them down there, I think Noah's mad that I left him a little bit, but I hope one day he understands what this all meant and what he had to sacrifice to get here too, because my kids have sacrificed so much, and they're so wonderful, and like, I'm just so grateful.
Chills.
Pretty amazing.
I mean,
right?
come on. They're going to look back at their mom and just be so proud of her that she accomplished her dream. And it's never too late, I feel like, to accomplish your dream.
And some of these athletes, you know, the Michael Phelps, and sort of took us behind the curtains a little bit with the training and how intense it is and how it just takes over your entire life. And before you're awake, they're training. When you go to sleep, they're training in some obscure place. So to get to see that raw emotion spilling out.
She had one of the best reactions, I feel like, that I've seen.
Isn't that what you want the
in
reaction to
winning
be?
gold. Absolutely. It makes me tear up just thinking about it.
Because we watch a lot of these games even here at the office with the sound off. So sometimes we look up and we go, are they happy or sad? Did they win or did they lose? We're not sure by the emotion. That very clearly was I won. Way to go.
And we want to talk about hockey, too. The women's hockey gold medal matchup is set. It will be Team USA versus Team Canada on Thursday. These two have battled for gold in almost every Olympics since the sport began in 1998. Team USA already beat Canada 5-1 earlier in the games. So this is a rematch, and it will feature 5 Seattle Torrent players, 4 skating for the U.S. and 1 for Canada. I actually had a lot of those women on the show. Hannah Bilka, who's gotten several, goals in the Olympics. It's been incredible to watch. I need to go to a game.
It's a great way to turn up the juice for the Torrent, right? Because a lot of people haven't been yet, and you say, wait, some of our stars are showing off on the world stage, and pretty cool, and they deserve it. So this is great.
Definitely. And we're also celebrating a few big occasions outside of the Olympics. Today is both Mardi Gras and Lunar New Year. It's a rare calendar overlap that won't happen again for decades. There are several Mardi Gras celebrations happening in Columbia City tonight, including the annual Sidewalk Second Line Parade at 5 p.m. And most of Seattle's major Lunar New Year events happen around the holiday, not on the specific date itself, with another big celebration in the International District coming up on March 7th. The Year of the Horse.
The Fire Horse.
Ooh. And then Mardi Gras king cake tradition. I guess you're supposed to look for the baby.
The baby or something that they'll have tucked in. So we've cheated. We've hidden the baby.
I know. Oh,
right
I see it. I see it. And
Not
then
to
it's
be
good
confused
luck,
with the chocobo.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's all sorts of symbolism in a lot of these things. But, when it comes to cake, do we really need to look for meaning?
No.
Can't we just celebrate it?
I think everything is just, I'm celebrating. There's a lot to celebrate today.
Yeah.
Like, I got my gelato, I got my cake.
And
I'm going to be on a sugar high.
And I would imagine you've informed a lot of people that this is not just your ordinary Tuesday. Like, there's a lot going on.
It's
so when you
actually
see people
because you're
dressed up
here,
and
Chris
used up-
Cashman.
So, no, thank you.
We did this all for you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, today is also the start, added to the list, of the Mariners season. Technically, pitchers and catchers reported to spring training in Peoria, Arizona just last week, but today is that first full squad workout, and the Mariners are tops of the world, right? First baseman Josh Naylor has already been spotted giving treats to clubhouse pup Tucker.
So cute.
Which is
Love
one
that
of those
video.
highlights if you've never done the spring training thing. It's just a different version there. Pitchers Logan Gilbert, Emerson Hancock brought some news fans to the dugout. Uncle Cal, of course, making sure to get in a little baby time, too. This has got to be the most fun, right? This is sort of like going back to college a week or two early.
Yes, that's
You're not
such a
really
good way
working
to
that
put
hard,
it.
right?
No, I mean every
Work
video
week,
I've
as they
seen.
called it in the Greek system, right? To get to go back there, they all get to see each other, be a little bit more human. They get to bring their babies. A lot of their family comes with them. It's a special time. Once upon a time, I went down to feature it on TV to show you what it's like to go down to spring training. And my favorite part were the snowbirds. I think about them all the time. The people who leave here when the weather gets gross, they take their RV, they go to Arizona, and they live there until spring training is over, and then they come on back when the weather's nice here.
Is this something that you might be looking
I've
forward to?
thought about it ever since, and that was a good 15 years ago. That lifestyle seemed all right. The guy told me, I said, what do you do every day? Whatever I want to. That was
There
the
you
answer.
go.
Rinse
I
and
kind of
repeat.
feel like we're doing whatever we
Spring
want to,
training,
too.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
living the dream here as well. Maybe not with the warm weather, but that's okay. Much more still ahead on New Day at the Games, including a scavenger hunt that will take you to a couple local islands. But first, here's a sure sign of spring. Content creator Don Parsons is back with a segment that we've all been waiting for, Spring Shoe Trends.
Yeah, and then we are cooking up a little delicious chickenless pad thai with Shreya Walia. You won't want to miss that. And we won't miss the meat either.
Spring is just around the corner, fingers crossed, and with it comes new shoes waiting for us to buy. Spring's footwear lineup promises something for every stride, and Don Parsons is back to share the 4 trends that are super easy to wear. You always bring the goods.
So excited. Spring can
These look
start.
great.
Aren't they good?
You've been coming on the show too, I understand, for 7 years.
7 years. I think this is my 31st episode today.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
This is really weird.
It's so fun.
And probably no one cares, but 31's my favorite number.
Oh, it
so
is?
I feel
It's
like
our
today
lucky
is going
day.
to go
Oh,
really great, as it
yay.
always does.
So
That's
fun.
exciting.
Awesome.
Okay, and these are all spring shoes that are pretty affordable, right? We're going to talk about?
Yeah, you know, almost every shoe here is under $50, and I have a couple that are just a little higher end, but you get a little extra comfort with those, I think.
Ooh,
Right?
okay. So we're going to go through 4 trends that
Okay.
you're seeing. We're starting with texture over here. What can you tell me?
Yeah, so texture. So think woven, think raffia. This is kind of more of a burlap type of shoe. But a texture just adds a really nice element to just a really basic outfit.
Okay.
So, you know, if you're just wearing jeans and a white tee, you put on a fun little textured ballet flat, and it just adds a little something extra to your outfit.
I'm seeing
So
this
really
a lot
fun.
too, where you can see your foot like through a lot of the
Yes.
shoes. Like that seems to be a trend as well.
I actually like it. Does it bug you? Do you
It
like
doesn't
that?
bug me
Yeah.
because I'm kind of crazy about having like a pedicure.
Right,
like,
me too. So,
yeah.
yeah, I like it.
But I
yeah.
guess for people that are maybe feeling a little lazy.
You might want to do a more closed woven toe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly. But I just think it's a really fun element, and I just love kind of this raffia style too. I think if you've
And am
got a
I
vacation
seeing a
plan-
lot of these are from Target?
Yes.
Where
So
can you tell me
actually,
some of these are from?
All of these right here are Target at $40 and under. And I think
What?
they're on sale right now, actually.
Oh my gosh. And I'm loving the detailing here too, because this could be
Right.
something where you dress up or dress down with the
Yes.
texture and like the bead detail.
White linen pants.
Okay.
Think of that like if you're just on a little beach vacation, white linen pants with this really neutral heel. So chic.
And these seem comfortable too, so you can actually take them on vacation and enjoy, which is
Target
great.
does memory foam now, so there you go. Super
Target does
comfortable.
everything. Moving right along to one of my favorite styles, so I'm
Okay.
really glad it's still in
Me
trend.
too.
The mule.
I love a mule.
Tell me
right?
about these.
I love a mule. These are also great. So these are from Target, raffia.
the texture,
Texture
the design.
is so good. These are gorgeous. These are Steve Madden.
Is
so
that suede?
you know, think suede in your textures as well. And this is definitely a spring summer shoe. You can easily wear this, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah.
But super, super soft.
And that, like you said, that could be in anything, fall, winter,
Yeah,
spring,
yep.
summer, like that really.
And in all honesty, these were part of the Nordstrom anniversary sale when it was big, when they
Oh,
happened,
yeah.
and they're still there, and they're still selling like crazy. So they're really so popular.
And then what is this? And what's this brand?
These
Because
are
this little bit, it
Rothy's.
looks like an equestrian bit, which
I know,
I'm
this is
obsessed.
right up your alley. I love these. These are from Rothy's, which are just known for comfort.
Oh.
And this is kind of a really fun woven material, but then this darling like gold horse bit on the top.
What would you wear with something like that? Because it has like a different kind of, pattern on that.
I styled them. We have a video coming up with some cream pants like you're wearing, but
Oh.
I think they're darling with just jeans and a little black button-up shirt, a little black tank top. You can easily just wear these with so many things. Think of it as a neutral. Think of it as a black neutral shoe.
That I can do.
Just a little more interesting.
Slim sneakers. What can you tell me?
So we're talking sneakers with almost like a barely there sole, because it just makes it feel a little more modern and updated as opposed to a big chunky sneaker. I think it's nice to have that little bit of a streamlined look. And they make it easier to wear with like dresses and skirts when you don't have this big chunky sneaker, but you have something a little more streamlined.
Yeah, they're looking a little more sleek than
Yeah,
to-
definitely sleeker,
Maybe
right?
that's what's been the problem. I try and wear like sneakers with a skirt or
Yeah,
dress, and
yeah.
I feel like it's not working. But
It's
maybe
not.
because it's too chunky,
It
and
might
I
feel
need
like
this.
it's just too much bulk down there. You got a
Yeah.
flowy skirt on, and then you got this bulky shoe down there. So this makes it fun. These are fun because you can kind of change out the laces and do some color. That's really popular right now. Maybe do like the tan here and a green lace up high.
Oh, there
Really
you go.
cute.
Seahawks colors or something else too you can
Yeah.
put in. But neutrals you want to talk about as well, just in general, because that's kind of the overarching theme I'm
and
seeing.
you definitely can bring in a colored shoe for spring, but I just leaned neutrals because a neutral shoe goes with everything, right? You want to elongate your leg, a neutral shoe, right?
Always the
You
trick.
just want that to disappear, a neutral shoe. So I just wanted to share, I love a little good black ballet flat, but a neutral shoe is just a really great way to have it go with everything.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
talked earlier about a video, and because styling flats can be kind of tough.
Yeah.
Walk us through what we're seeing here.
So I took 3 pairs of these shoes, but I'm wearing the exact same pants because I just wanted you to see. They're just kind of a looser, flowy pant, but I took all 3 different shoes and created 3 different outfits with them. So you can easily wear these shoes with so many things, from jeans to kind of a looser flowing pant to a skirt to a dress.
I
the
love when you
office.
do videos like this, because for me, I am such a visual person.
helps,
It
yeah.
really helps to see how
does
you're styling
help,
the whole
right,
outfit. And
right.
so I'm sure you get that a lot
Yeah,
from
yeah.
women on your socials.
You could just talk about it all the time. Oh, you should wear this with this, this, and this. But it's like, well, let me see it on. Let me
Right.
see how that looks, and it makes a lot more sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any shopping tips too? Like, should we be buying these spring shoes now? Should we be waiting a little later? Are they going to go on sale?
I would say with Target shoes, you definitely need to shop early.
True.
It's just one of those things. They just tend to sell out. The Rothy's and like a Steve Madden shoe, these are from Nordstrom. Those are always a classic, and they'll be there. A couple of those sneakers are actually from Walmart.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Which ones?
These are from Walmart, and those dark brown ones are from Walmart.
What?
So those, again, might be one that you might want to shop. Walmart's kind of on fire right now, so things sell out pretty quickly. So if you love a cute little sneaker like
So
that.
if it's a real deal, like Target, Walmart, like you should probably
yeah,
get there to
yeah.
make sure they have your size.
I would, and it's a fun way to try a new trend at a really great price.
Exactly.
Right? You might just want to try a little woven flat and see if you like it.
I'm going
$40
to.
feels a lot better sometimes than $140.
Well, I think I'm just going to have to go to break and shop around a little
think
and
you
try
are.
on some shoes.
Yes.
Dawn, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
here,
having
and
me.
happy 31st episode.
Thank you very much.
And coming up next, knee pain doesn't need to get in the way of your daily life. Next, we learn about rapid recovery knee replacements and when a partial replacement is an option. If your knees are making everyday life difficult, you may consider seeking treatment. Today, we're talking about when knee pain becomes something more and how a knee replacement could help. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Prash Bremjit joins us now with more. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so please walk us through what a knee replacement actually entails.
Yeah, absolutely. So replacement in my world, I actually think that term is obsolete. It's really more of a knee resurfacing. So when someone gets a painful arthritic joint, what happens is the padding wears out, their meniscus starts to tear, they build up these painful bone spurs, as you can see here on the left. So really what we do is, it's more of a capping than a replacement. We shave off about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch of leftover bone and cartilage and replace that with metal on both ends of the bone. And in between, as you can see there, we put this polyethylene liner. So like I said, we're not removing or replacing large amounts of someone's bone, but really more of just the padding aspect that's worn out.
Wow, and what is recovery like too, and what happens after surgery?
A lot of people look at recovery as a very complex thing, and it is in terms of when they'll reach certain milestones. One of the areas that I feel most passionate about is accelerated recovery protocols, and that involves several phases of care: before surgery, during surgery, and after surgery. So during surgery, what happens with these minimally invasive techniques is that we're not releasing unnecessary ligament or cutting unnecessary ligaments, tendons, or muscles to properly implant the knee replacement. And that helps people recover a lot quicker. But just as much matters when we're talking about before surgery and the months leading up to surgery. I always tell people, if you were going to do a sprint or a marathon, you wouldn't show up on the day of.
Hopefully not.
You would train ahead of time. And so that's fitness, physical therapy before surgery, what we like to call prehab, nutrition, counseling on adequate protein in their diet, and then after surgery as well. And that involves one-on-one rehab, counseling, customized medication regimen for them to get them back to a pain-free life as quick as they can.
Wow, really unique and personalized. And what are the benefits to a personalized joint replacement, and what exactly does that even mean?
Yeah, personalized alignment or kinematic alignment is a philosophy that is somewhat new in our world, and it allows us to create much more of a custom knee replacement. So I use a robotic platform. I've started using it a couple of years ago, and actually we were the first practice in the whole U.S. to get this robotic
Congratulations.
platform. Yeah. And it allows me to basically create a mini CT scan during surgery to create a 3D model of your bone. And that allows me to customize all of my cuts for this knee replacement to perfectly match your anatomy within a half a millimeter of accuracy and precision. And allowing us to do that allows us to really match each person's anatomy. And I think we are trying to get away from the idea that every knee is a knee replacement, or every knee replacement's the same, or there's something off the shelf about it.
Yeah.
If our knees are all different, our surgery should be all different. And I think that's really helped recovery a lot too, by saying, you don't need to adapt to our knee. I'm the one who should adapt my surgical technique to your knee.
Absolutely. And talk about the less invasive options too, if you can.
Absolutely. In general, if somebody comes into my clinic, surgery is not the first thing we talk about.
Great.
My happiest patients are the people who I can get better without surgery, whether that's with injections or physical therapy, maybe pain medications or exercise protocols. But when we do start talking about surgery, even full knee replacement isn't where we necessarily have to go. I think a partial knee replacement represents one of the most fastest growing interventions that we're doing for a lot of patients that involves a lot less invasiveness, a lot less cutting, involves us resurfacing just the worn out part of the knee rather than the whole knee.
Yeah, and what does ProLiance Orthopedic Associates offer that really makes you all stand out and make you all so special?
You know, we are a dedicated group of surgeons and providers who encompass a massive amount of the South King County area. We've got 2 urgent cares, 6 different clinic locations, MRI, X-ray, everything you need from the neck on down. If you have a musculoskeletal problem, we can take care of it. And I think the level of expertise we have is something that's you can find almost anywhere in the world.
Wow, you can feel your passion there. How can people find you?
Well, we've got our website, our phone number. You can easily reach us without a referral, even in the vast majority of cases. You can make an appointment and our team will handle the rest.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We know you're very busy, so we appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and for more information, visit the website that you see right there on your screen, ProLianceOrthopedicAssociates.com. And coming up next on New Day at the Games, a gold medal worthy recipe. Chris Cashman is cooking up a Thai food favorite that's safe for the meatless friends and family in your life. Stay tuned. New Day Northwest is sponsored by ProLiance Orthopedic Associates.
This is New Day at the Games.
And today is Lunar New Year, marking the start of a new year based on the lunar calendar, of course. It's celebrated by many Asian cultures, including Thailand. And today we're learning how to make a Thai dish known around the world, loved by me. Chicken pad Thai, but with a vegetarian twist, even style points included here. Here to show us how is Shreya Walia with the recipe out of her Make It Meatless cookbook. Thanks for joining us, and let's start right there because I'm one of these people, I told you in the hallway, about 5 years ago, I kind of started to do away with meat, and I thought it would torture me. But you're one of the experts. Talk to us about these meaty recipes without the meat.
So in Make It Meatless, it focuses on using a lot of different meat substitutes, including seitan. So I have this is here, this is not chicken. So this is made with vital wheat gluten.
Wow.
And you mix this with either tofu or beans, steam it, and it looks exactly like chicken. It has that same springy texture to it.
Yeah.
You add it in, you're not gonna miss chicken at all.
Wow. So this is exciting. So talk about this dish because people are gonna hear pad Thai. You can do it with chicken or without, but you're sort of like not doing without, you're adding a cool substitute.
Yeah, we're adding a cool substitute. If you want, obviously if you're at home, you wanna add meat, you can add tofu, but seitan is super high in protein. Great substitute to add in there. It tastes just like the chicken, so you're not going to miss it.
And everybody knows in 2026, you have to have protein all the time, right?
All the time.
Your inbox,
for
social
everything.
Media. So I love this. Okay, so what's step 1? Let's jump in.
Okay, so step 1, we're going to add in some oil. This is literally going to take 5 minutes for this whole recipe. Then we're going to toss in our shallots over here, and then give this a little saute.
It's going to start smelling like pad Thai any moment.
Yeah, so we're going to get this fragrant and beautiful. And then we're gonna add in our fresh garlic. I do like to add a lot in there.
And I was joking about the internet telling us all about protein, but that's where a lot of your popularity lies in social media. You get a lot of,
Yes.
you have a ton of fans, and a lot of people love your recipes. How do you come up with something like this and decide to put your stamp on it?
I get a lot of inspiration just from different restaurants that I go to and things that I eat often. So I'm always ordering pad thai. So I'm like, I need to make sure that I have a recipe I can make at home. So all my money does not go to DoorDash. But
And do you find that a lot of people, maybe like me, are skeptical at first because there's a meat dish like this that I love, chicken pad thai, but the first time I tried it without or even with tofu, I went,
Yeah.
boy, I sure don't miss it. This is just as delicious.
yeah, I think I've gotten a lot of like really, really great feedback from people. Like, because a lot of people who follow me are not vegetarian. They just enjoy having a substitute every once in a while.
Right.
So next we're gonna add in some carrots.
One of my favorites.
And some cabbage. And I'll
Okay.
let you toss in the seitan chicken. You can get a little
Yeah,
feel
this is
for it
so
too.
interesting. I do need to, wow.
So
Okay, so I'm just
sauce
dumping
for
this
you
all
to-
in here.
Yeah, add that all in there.
Wow.
We're gonna get this going and just let everything cook out for just another minute here. Everything's super fast. Typically, if you're doing this, you'd have like a big wok.
I love it. But this is handy in real time to be able to do it. And this is what makes it approachable to real people. I mean, when did you decide, hey, I'm doing this. I'm going to write a cookbook?
I decided it actually takes about 2 years start to finish. And I had a series on my social media called Make It Meatless, which is what inspired the name of the book. So it's named after that series. It got a lot of traction. It was super popular on socials. So I thought I need to have more recipes curated in one place.
Have you ever come up with recipes that you did away with later? You
All
wanted
the
it
time.
to work, and then you just
All
said,
the
you know what,
time.
this isn't it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every cook experience is that, I think. Not everything can be a hit, unfortunately.
Sure. Where do you try out these recipes? Like you said, you're inspired by other places you go and eat.
Yeah.
Do you make it at home and try it yourself, or do you bring some friends over?
Friends, neighbors,
Okay.
anyone who will try. I want that feedback.
And
but
the
I
reaction
definitely
tells you if it's going in the cookbook?
Yeah, I
Okay.
had very frank neighbors too who would let me know. They would let me know if it wasn't good enough for the book. So it's Lisa and Ernie approved.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
And then we're just gonna be adding in our noodles.
Okay. And the order is important in all of this, of course.
Yeah, so you want to just make sure you're sauteing those base ingredients first. And then the key to a good pad thai, of course, is the sauce.
Yeah.
So you need a perfect mix of salty, savory, and spicy and sweet.
Is that
So-
something that you pre-made, or is it something you're whipping up?
Yeah, this is a completely homemade sauce.
Love it.
So we have tamarind in here for that sort of sour tanginess and lime juice. It's
Yum.
it's really important to make sure that you have both of those to get the right balance. Maple syrup for a little bit of sweetness, and then we have sriracha and chili flakes in here for the spice, and then soy sauce for the umami flavor.
Wow. And you said 5 minutes all in here. I mean, how do you know when it's starting to reach that point where it's done?
When it's done, just when this sauce absorbs fully into the noodles, you want to make
Okay.
sure to coat it well. I like a very saucy pad thai, and so I like to do a little extra sauce, but you can sort of vary it depending on what your preferences are. So we're just gonna keep this going.
And the best part, as you said, is this is meatless for anybody trying to kick that or would just like the alternative, but it's got the protein in it, which again is a bit of a buzzword, but it is important, right? It keeps us moving.
Absolutely. Great way to get that extra protein in there.
And is that protein alternative, is that something that people would find in your average store, or do we have to hunt for that?
So Vital Wheat Gluten, you can find it even at Safeway.
Oh, okay.
It's a very, very common ingredient. You can find it in the alternative flour aisle, and you can mix it with so many different things. You can have it just with water too, or you can add it with tofu, like I said, and beans in there. You mix everything together, you blend it, you steam it, and then as you can see, look at these pieces. It's looking exactly like chicken.
Wow, it sure does.
Yeah.
Have you ever, I asked you this in the hallway as well, that I was one of those people that I had to be convinced. I had to have 3, 4, 5 meals in a row that were meatless or meat alternatives that were delicious, and then I found out in reverse order that they were. Do you get that satisfaction of giving this to somebody who maybe is skeptical, and you see them realize that
Oh, yeah.
they are not sacrificing in any way?
Absolutely. So one of my best friends, her mom is a hardcore carnivore, basically. So she's very
I was that way for a lot of my life. I assumed it needs chicken in it, I need steak or one of these things, or I'm going to be hungry. And
exactly.
turns out that wasn't true.
Right, so she was pretty resistant to it, but then she tried some of the recipes from my book, and first of all, she couldn't tell.
I love it.
Which was awesome, and now she asked me to make it whenever I go over. So yeah, here we go.
I can smell like it's almost done, and I also can tell it's almost done because Kelly Hansen's slowly making her way over here.
Inching her way over
following
here.
her nose.
Excited.
Following her nose. Kelly, you love pad thai. I love
This
pad
is
thai.
one of my favorites, and I also don't really love eating a ton of meat. So I'm really excited, and I've cooked with you before,
But
and
she's
you
got
know
the
I'm
protein in there with the
obsessed.
Got
alternative.
this in here.
So here I go. I'm just
Pad
gonna
thai
be
is definitely
tasting.
one of my favorite food groups.
Oh,
Some
Thai food
peanuts.
is the best.
We're going to be rude and just jump into this. Now,
Go
we
for
should
it.
ask as we're taking, what's next? Any more cookbooks in the works? I got to assume, right? There's more food, more recipes.
I would love to work on another cookbook, but yeah. So this is still my baby right now. We're still promoting. We're promoting her.
I'm just stuffing my
Make It
face.
Meatless. Yes. What are we thinking?
Oh my gosh. Where
Has
can
a little
people
kick
find
to
the
it.
book too?
People can find it everywhere: Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Target, online,
it.
and stores. All
Thanks
over the
for
place.
doing this. This
Oh
is
my
great.
gosh,
More people.
fabulous.
Tasting is believing. That's
Yes.
the real deal. We'll be finishing all of this when you're not watching.
Yeah.
By the way, a winter weekend getaway. How's that sound? All
Sounds
about
good.
Slowing
I'm
down
into it.
though. Slowing down on a weekend getaway. Yeah. Welcome back. You know, summer brings in big crowds to Whidbey and Camano Islands, but winter offers a quieter, cozier kind of getaway. And one of the biggest draws this time of the year is a unique tradition called Northwest Glass Quest. Camano Chamber Director Jessica McCready is here to tell us all about it. Jessica, thanks for being here. This is fun.
Thank you for having me.
I can see what it looks like, but tell us about this because this has been going on for a while and it's cool. It's kind of part treasure hunt, part community involvement.
Yeah. So this is in its 17th year. Ironically, it was started when the Olympics were in Vancouver.
All right.
So here we are again. And it's a great treasure hunt event. It draws a lot of traffic to Camano and Island County during the event.
Now let's explain exactly how it works. What we're seeing there, those floats, that's sort of the prize. Right?
Correct. You are not looking for a glass ball. You are looking for what we call a clue ball.
Okay.
So this is a clear clue ball. They can be camouflaged. So I have some examples
these
of
like
camouflage
this.
here.
Okay.
Half of it has to remain clear, and part of the clear needs to be showing. So we don't want
Okay.
anyone disturbing vegetation or wildlife
So you
or
got that one
merchandise
and this one.
in stores. But when you find one of these, there's a piece of paper inside that shows you where to go to redeem it for your beautiful glass ball.
Wow, how cool is it? So now let's talk about scope and scale. How many of these? If I'm going to hop over to Camano right now, do I
Yeah.
just start combing the beach?
You can, you may.
Okay.
There are over 400 of them hidden for this
Wow.
year's event during the 10 days of the event. So new clue balls go out every single day, and the event ends this Sunday.
And so if they find one, they come to you and then you redeem it for one of those beautiful glass floats there?
Yeah, it'll have a piece of paper inside of it, and it'll tell you where to go. So we have over 70 businesses that are participating in this.
There's a key word there, businesses.
Yes.
Let's talk about that component because this is a scavenger hunt. It's fun. It's fun in Camano. If you haven't got out to Camano,
Yeah.
you should do it. I love Camano. One of my favorite family camping memories is on Camano.
Yes.
So this is but ultimately a way of saying, hey, check out the local businesses. Let's all scratch each other's back a little bit.
Absolutely. February can be a hard time for local businesses.
Yeah.
And so this is the way to draw some economic value to the businesses, increase sales, increase overnight stays. We've got some great campgrounds. There are people out there camping right now.
I was going to say that's a part of this, right? Is hey, make a weekend of it, make a night of it.
Yep.
Don't just come out here and hop the ferry back. You're like, come out, stay, enjoy yourselves, maybe do a scavenger hunt, enjoy some of these businesses, right?
Absolutely. We want you to stay as long as you can. There are people that take the entire week off of work for this. And Camino's a drive-on
How
island,
fun.
so you can just drive on, no ferry needed.
I love it. Now, I do notice there are some stars over here, these flat coins. These are the kind, you said kind questers. What is that?
Yes, so we want to encourage people to be kind during the event. So we have a kind quester program, which is 16 different activities you can do. And if you do 6 of them and hand in the form, then you get a chance to win a glass coin. So that's things like picking up trash in the parks, donating to the pet shelter. There's lots of neat self-driven ways to give back to the community.
This is a super fun visual way to get, whether it's just you or a friend or the whole family to get out there. This is something that you said you're replenishing as we go. So, you know, if you say, I can't find any, maybe they've all been found. No, you're restocking.
Every day of the event, there are more going out. Yep. So you may be out there for one day and find one. Sometimes it's being in the right place at the right time. But it's a really fun event. and new ones will go out every single day.
And remind us of the duration here.
So it started last Friday. We always start this
Already
event
underway.
on President's Day weekend because it's a 4-day weekend usually for schools.
Yeah.
And then it goes through this Sunday so it ends on Sunday the 22nd.
Any pro tips? Because I'm thinking if I'm the dad and if I take my daughters out there and they don't find anything, I'll be like, oh boy, Dad, you let us down. Is there any pro tips on where? I mean, because I see they can be camouflaged. Are they on the beach? Are they all around town?
They are all over the place. And I, in fact,
you don't have to get
know
remote.
where most of them are. Yeah, you don't have to get remote. But my biggest tip would be make sure you know you're looking for a clue ball, not a glass ball, and to read all of the event information on the website. We have a whole list of frequently asked questions, and we tell everyone to embrace the thrill of the hunt. It's a lot more than just finding a glass ball.
Camino, the Northwest Glass Quest.
Yes.
I love it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Kelly, we're going to send it over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Chris. And we all know that getting a flat tire is a real pain. So that's why we think you might want to know about a new portable tire inflator called Inflate IQ. Properly inflated tires aren't just about performance, they're a safety essential that affects both your vehicle's handling and braking. Take a look.
We have all been there. You're in a hurry, you're running late, you walk out to your car and you have a flat tire or the pressure's low. That's exactly why I'm here today with AJ Duden. He's the founder of Inflate IQ, a portable tire inflator designed to help you get right back on the road quickly. Welcome.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
The weather outside is terrible. I don't want to be stuck somewhere in a snowdrift. So why is this such a big deal for drivers?
Yeah, tire pressure is often a neglected thing, and it's a very important thing to take serious. When you come out to your car and that low tire pressure light is on, you really should take care of it right then and there.
So walk me through the process.
On the driver's side door jamb, believe it or not, it tells you exactly the PSI you should inflate all 4 tires. It'll mention the front and mention the rear. And you would just hold the power button, select the car setting, and then you can change the PSI up or down to what's shown in the inside of your door jamb. Press the start button and let the quick flow technology do its work.
You mentioned quick flow technology. What's that?
Yeah, so quick flow technology is generally going to power your tire PSI pressure about twice as fast as other options on the market.
Right now, I think everybody could use one of these in the wintertime, and you have a special, right?
Yes, we do. Usually this product retails for $129.95, and currently for your viewers, we're offering it at 40% off for $77.99.
So you can have this in your car, in your purse, and have that peace of mind for less than $80.
Absolutely, and on top of it, we back it with that lifetime warranty.
All right, so here's what you need to do to take advantage of the special price or to learn more about Inflate IQ. Just go to their website, inflateiq.com.
There you go. Scan the QR code on your screen to get Inflate IQ at 40% off for $77.99, and it comes with a lifetime warranty. This segment was sponsored by Rim IQ.
Friendly but fierce competition, as we've been doing during these Olympic Games. Team Evening and Team New Day are challenging each other to mostly friendly competition.
Mostly. And should we go ahead and just look at the medal count?
We don't.
before
It's
we
not
play?
about the medal count.
Looky there. New Day is ahead by 1. You
Well,
probably
you know
hate
what?
to see that, Chris, but I love to see that.
No, it's inspiring to the kids. Still on the podium.
Yes.
There were some controversial results yesterday. I'm not saying you're the fraud gods, but I'm just saying I did get some emails with people questioning some of the results.
Whoa, you didn't beat me in charades, so come on.
Yes, well, we're having fun today. We brought in some ringers here. This is Evening's Day. We're going to play a new game. Well, you've probably played it at home. Heads Up.
Yes.
Kelly, so explain this for people who maybe haven't done it, because there's a phone version.
I would love to. Okay, Chris and evening producer John Marr, you guys are partners.
Okay.
I'm teamed up with Team New Day, Rebecca Perry.
All right.
She's gonna
The ringer.
bring everything home
Okay.
for me today. Each person has to hold these cards. We'll tell you the category on top of your head, and then your teammate has to guess. You cannot give any form of the word, y'all.
Okay.
So no cheating. Like if
So everybody
hot
at home will
dog-
know the category.
Yeah.
They'll know the word that we're trying to guess.
Exactly. Okay. First up, I am going to give the clues. Rebecca, you are going to guess.
And it's Olympic gear.
That's the category.
That's the category, okay?
Okay, here we go. Okay, I can talk. Yeah, you can wear this doing gymnastics. It's
a leotard.
Yes. Put this on the ice.
It's an ice skate.
Okay, this keeps you warm. You put this under your snow pants and everything.
It's long johns.
Another word for it.
It's
what you're like. It's not panties. It's
underwear.
Yes, and so.
Undergarments. Undergarments.
Skip.
Okay, skip.
Put this on your head and it protects your
helmet.
Yep. You wear this when you're a hockey player.
You wear a mask, face mask, a hockey mask.
But it's the player position.
It's the goalie mask.
Yes. Put this on when you're in the water.
And swimming cap.
Yep. It's like a pebble, but it's another word.
A rock.
It's a different word for it.
A stone.
Yeah.
A stone.
Yeah.
Yes, from curling. Yes.
Okay. Ignore that. Okay. This you're going down the mountain. And you're using
swish, a ski pole.
Yes.
Swish,
you put this on your face.
Goggles.
Yes. Okay, jumping jacks.
That was pretty
Whoa, warm-up suit. That would have been a hard
I think
one.
we can just,
John guesses. Chris is giving the clues. The pressure is on, my friends.
So I showed John the category.
John's gonna show you,
giving
and you're
me
gonna
a
guess.
category, and then I'm trying to get. I'm giving him clues.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
John.
we're off to a great start,
right in
and I
front
like
of
it.
Potentially the frog gods. Let's bring it.
What's your category?
Things that are Italian.
Things that are Italian. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
nervous
mind
for
melt.
you.
Okay. Things that are Italian. It's a pasta. It's probably
Spaghetti.
the softest, the most
Meatballs.
pillowy kind.
Oh,
the little pillowy kind that everybody goes, oh man, what is this made out of? Little round.
Gnocchi?
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
This is, you sprinkle it on top. And virtually every pizza or every
Parmesan.
pasta. Thank you.
Oh, but
this is, I'm going to go, you want to go soak later? We're going to go.
Hot tub. Sauna.
Another nickname for
Spring. Fresh,
You've heard it. It's in the commercials. It's hot, bubbly.
Hot tub.
But pass. Pass. Oh gosh. This is the kind of soup Grandma would have offered you first, and you would have gone, is there anything else?
Chicken noodle soup.
It's a relative, a distant relative of. Again, it would be right next to it on the shelf. It'd be one of those.
Things that are
soups.
Italian.
Tomato
Things are
soup.
Italian. It's even got the name. Okay, next. Sorry. If I had my shirt off right now, you would go, oh, you look like the statue of David. Thank you.
Whoa, that was quick.
You're not just friends there, you're family when you eat there.
Olive Garden.
Thank you. Yeah. This is basically what I usually wear every day in the office. The attire.
Speedo.
Gucci, of course. No.
Gucci.
I knew that was going to be too difficult.
Okay, you guys did good. That was
fun.
great.
That's fun.
Okay, now it's my turn. Things that are cold.
Are they doing it at home, I wonder?
I know.
Things that are cold.
Things that are cold. Things that are cold. Things that are cold.
Okay. This is and it's very cold.
thermometer.
No, and it comes from a rooftop and
an icicle.
Yes. Oh, okay. This is a soup that's cold. You might not know.
No.
Okay. This is the ice cream version of Taco
Gelato.
Bell.
Oh.
I said taco.
Okay.
This is when the skaters are
Figure skating.
but it's where they do it.
Ice ring.
Yes. Okay. Oh, this is sometimes I'll bring this for lunch and I put it in the microwave.
Salad. Oh.
You put it in the microwave because it is very cold.
A frozen meal.
And what do you have at night for your meal? What, not lunch, it's
Dinner. Frozen dinner.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So much snow. Also,
Blizzard.
Yes. Okay. And then when you said a pebble.
Yeah, stone, rock.
And it's when you do the
Curling.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't love this. It's a type of alcohol.
Oh, I was
Darren
gonna say
likes it a lot.
penguin.
It is
Whiskey.
also it's like it's got carbonation in it, and it's like reindeer.
Beer.
Yes.
Ice cold beer.
Okay. And then this is the Coca-Cola mascot.
Oh, polar bear.
Yes.
Woo!
And then I'm gonna throw this at you, and it's
snowball.
Yes.
Nailed it. That's a walk-off. That's a walk-off. Oh, I'm injured. I
It
can't.
was at first. It was you
I
have
don't
a
know if
paper.
I can compete.
I'm really sorry.
People are going to remember. They're going to say,
I got
man, what
really
could Cashin have done in the game?
Excited. A little too competitive.
Yeah,
okay,
one
all
more,
you guys.
one more.
Here we go. Things you can fall off
so
of.
things you can fall off. Right?
Such
Ready?
a random category.
Okay, go.
Your creative juices.
Okay, it's a
Rocking horse.
animal, and it's
A horse.
Something cowboys will get on, and it's
Yeah, a horse. A bull. A bull. A riding bull.
Yes, but it's
A bull.
it's
Things you can fall. You can definitely fall off a
animatronic.
mechanical bull.
It's
a mechanical.
Yes.
it's leaning.
Things Celine Tower Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have it on the set over there.
Super strong guys get on this thing,
Cashman.
and it's
Cashman's family.
if you're
No, rustlers.
What animal is this?
Bull riders. Rustlers. No.
It's cowboys ride this.
A horse.
Yeah, and then this is an Olympic sport.
Ski joring.
It's an Olympic sport, and
Which
it has
is
that
an
word in
Olympic
it.
Horse. I don't get it next.
Okay.
I know, that was
okay,
hard.
so you lay back on a
Skeleton.
sled, and nope, the
Bob
other
sled.
one. The other one.
Monobob.
Nope.
Luge.
There you go.
For crying out loud.
This is good.
Okay,
For
so,
crying out loud.
The
Power. The force.
Nope. They do aerobatics on it.
Ski jumping. No.
It's a pillar.
Pass, I got
Okay,
nothing.
cool. You would fall off of this.
Oh, a
This
cliff.
I fell off the podium in that round. Well done.
I wonder New Day might have won. Rebecca really crushed it. Rebecca won.
And John,
She
we don't need to
carried
read
me.
into the fact that they produced this game and printed
Yeah,
up all
exactly.
these cards. We'll just assume it was by the book.
Literally stacked against
We'll just assume
We play
that.
this every so often.
I know, every so
we have
often.
some
All right, well,
practice.
hey, you know what? The competition for gold goes on. Stay tuned for more fun games all week. That was a blast.
Yes, and you better believe the competition will continue. And thanks for spending time with us today. For more New Day fun, subscribe on YouTube and be sure to download King 5 Plus for free. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.